here, everyone. We are here. Basically, we're treated to 3 more weeks of playoffs. Earlier than we expected. It is a tight race here in our fantasy, and of course, um, everything to play for. Um, will you get your name on this trophy and get to keep it for the next 12 months? Um, Time will tell. Time will tell. Um, just having a quick look at the standings, I think we just need to just have a quick look here and assess each team's chances. Um, I won't talk too much about who's in and who's out already. Obviously, I've had a pretty happy season so far, and I'm in. Young Williams in, and unfortunately, old Stewie had a pretty unfortunate season. Is gone, and young Jimmy also gone. Which leaves, by my count, 8 teams, eight boys slogging it out for 6 spots. So let's have a look here. We'll start with probably, sorry James to say it, but slightly more unlikely person to make it. 6 and 10, and there's 3 games to go, including this one. So the best James could finish is 9 and 10 record. And I was actually just having a little look earlier at the previous standings, and no one has ever made it to the playoffs with a negative record, with a record below 500. I made it last year with 10 and 9, and Otis famously missed it with 9 and 10. And of course, in previous seasons before that, we didn't have as many people making the playoffs. But so yeah, really, as a rule of thumb, it seems to be you need at least a 50% record to win. And with 19 rounds, your goal is 10 wins, and it's not impossible, but it's old James is going to need to win every single game from here and hope that there's 2 choke jobs in front of him. Now, choke jobs plus this is going to come into handy this year. I really think this little baby here, points 4, is going to split some people into the playoffs and some people out. Because even if James gets to 9 wins, he's got to have a better record than someone else who's going to be on 9 wins. And at the moment, old Stassen's 400 points ahead. Stassen's 400 points ahead of him. Sorry, Stassen's 400 points ahead. Only person he's beat at the moment is Luke. So we'll get to him, but it's James is going to need to hope that Luke has a choke job, and that probably Stassen has a choke job and can gain some points ahead of Stassen. So not looking great for James. And so look, I'll pencil James into that bottom 4, which leaves us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sweaty boys slogging it out for 6 spots for the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th position, which means more than likely, someone's missing out. So we'll go through the people who I think will definitely make it. I think Phil is definitely in. Looking at his schedule, he's got he needs 1 more win. He's on 9. He's scored the 2nd most points out of anyone, and two of his last 3 games are against Jimmy, who's had an unfortunate season. So Phil just needs to win 1 out of his next 3, and he's in. So I'd pen Phil in. I think Sam will make it. He's on 9 again. He probably just needs 1 more. He needs 1 more to make it, and he's got Otis this week. He's got James the week after, and he's finishing off against Kev. All 3 of them could polish him off, obviously, but I'd back him to get the job done at least once. So I put Sam in. You can see Felipe is sitting on 97% likelihood, which is the same as Sam. And so I was going to pen him in, but then I looked at his schedule, and old Felipe this week he's versing William, who is red hot. And let me just point something out here. Something about, like, I know Williams had a good season, but his points for is 23,193. The second most points for is Phil, who is over 1,000 points behind him. So Williams had an incredible season. Doesn't deserve to have 5 losses. But so Felipe is running up into a red hot William. So he's got to win one more game. This week is against William. Next week, he's up against a very desperate Luke. You'd say Felipe, probably should get the job done there, but you don't know. And the last week, Felipe is back up against William. Oh, what a stitch up. What an absolute stitch up. 2 of his last 3 rounds are against the most prolific scorer of points probably in this competition's history. And he's got to he's got to win one. But so I do think Felipe will make it. However, if there's going to be one almighty choke job, it could be Felipe. He had that rookie run, that golden run of rookie. This could be the old sophomore just choke. So choke alert. Keep looking at it, guys. You just never know. But assuming he makes it, if he can just get one win, I think someone's going to miss out between Luke, between Kev, Stas, and Otis. Now you think, well, that's most likely going to be Otis, right? Because he's 7 and 9. These other 3 boys have got the lead on him, which is true. However, if we look at points for, Otis has scored the 4th most points out of anyone this season. He does not deserve to be in 9th. So he's putting the pressure on. He's putting the pressure on. He's putting the pressure on Luke. He's putting the pressure on Kev. He's putting the pressure on Stassen. Because if he draws level, if he can draw level with you boys, if any of you guys lose and he wins, he's overtaking you because he has got the points here. And he's like 600 points ahead of Kev. And yeah, so I don't know who to rule out here as a guess. I don't know. To be honest, I think I said right from the start that Felipe might not make it this year. That was a little hot take I had at the start of the season, and I might roll with it. I think, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Felipe didn't make it. Which means my top 8 would be me, Sam, Kev, and Stassen, all of us from the Wellington and Ben division. It'd be William, Phil, Luke, and Otis. That's who I think's making it. Bold prediction, I know, but we'll see. Now, just looking at those teams who are 8 and 8, just looking at their schedule real quick. So Luke, again, if you're looking at needing to get to 10 wins, then Luke needs to win 2 of his next 3. He's got Stu, he's got Felipe. So, what a game that'll be. Look, that's national TV stuff there. And then you want drama? How about Luke versus Stassen in the final round? So that's going to be exciting. Luke's last 2 matches particularly exciting because they'll be probably must win for him. So I would say Otis probably needs to win. If there's anyone who could make it on 9 wins, it'd probably be Otis. He needs to win 2, but most likely 3. He's got Sam this week. He could get the job done there. Well, Otis could get the job against anyone. There's Sam. Then he's got Stu, and then he's got me. And we all know the drama that happened last year in the last round, me against Otis. So we could be getting some fireworks in the last round again, guys. Who knows? Maybe I'll tank, maybe I won't. Just don't know. Just don't know with me. See how I feel on the day. And then we've got so Kev this week has got me, and to be honest with you boys, I'm a little bit broken about Sabonis. I think Kev's probably get it done against me. Then he's got Jimmy, and then he's got Sam. Look, I think Kev will probably pick up a couple of wins there, to be honest, and get himself in. And Stassen, he's been unlucky with finals. He's one of 2 people in our league to have ever had a positive a win record above 500 and missed the playoffs. And that was both him and Sam, have the only 2 players who have done that. So Stassen, he's got James, he's got Phil, tough matchup, and then that big fireworks showdown last round, Luke against Stassen. So keep an eye out for this one, guys. So yeah, I've got not making the finals. I've got Stu and Jimmy. I've got James, and I've got I'm gonna say Felipe with the choke job. Yeah, I'm calling it. And last thing I just wanted to note was just the standings here so far. Who's been lucky, who's been unlucky. Obviously, Stu, James been pretty unlucky with injuries this year. But just look at this points for. Like, what stands out to you? Like, you got, 2, 3, 1, 9. Otis, with the 4th most points, is sitting in 9th, sitting outside the playoffs with the 4th most points. Heart goes out to Odie Boy, and then you go down, 4, 6, 5, 7, 11, looking about right. Ooh. I didn't realise that Luke, he's currently sitting in 8th. So he's sitting, here's Luke, here's Otis. Luke's ahead of Otis in terms of, winning. Like, if the playoffs were to happen today, Otis would miss out, Luke would be in. And Luke is got the 2nd least points scored this season. So you'd have to say he's had a very lucky season. So, but hey, if last year proved anything, it's that it just takes here's the standings from last year. Old Sammy had a lovely 15-4 record, and as did James. But look at the playoff run. Sam got a bye, but then came up against a red hot 10-9, just scraping into the finals. Me. So look, the season resets in a couple of weeks. Let's see who's making it. All the best to you boys. Lots of love. Sorry, Felipe, for going on how much I think you might choke. But it's just my humble, unbiased opinion. Good luck, boys, and have a great day. Bye.